Hey everyone, it's Lee at My Productive Mac here, and today I want to quickly cover an app that is one of the first that gets installed whenever I reinstall macOS or purchase a new Mac, and that's Bartender, which as I record this is app version 4. Now it is a really sweet app that gets rid of all of the noise that you may have in your menu bar, reducing it to just show you the stuff that you either want to see or, thanks to the Show for Updates feature, that you need to see. It's part of my toolkit, so let's check it out. Right, first of all, where do you get it and how much does it cost? Now you can get it directly from the dev site here at macbartender.com, which is just under £16. And you can check it out for 4 weeks on a free trial, which is actually quite a long trial. Trust me, if you've used it for a couple of days, you're going to know whether you want it or not. Alternatively, if you have a setup subscription, then Bartender's included in there. And there are so many good apps in Setup, it's no surprise this is one of them. And for under $10 a month is amazing value. So when you run Bartender, this is the welcome screen that you get. And you do have to grant accessibility permissions to let Bartender do its thing. Now I've already run that on the other account that I use on this Mac. And if you look up in the menu bar, Bartender's already working for us. Everything has disappeared, apart from the control center and the clock. They can't be hidden. However, if I click on these ellipses, then all of my hidden menu bar items are available. So we're going to go straight into the preferences to see how this works. So let's come into menu bar layout, and we've got 4 sections in here. At the top, this is what is going to be shown like permanently in your menu bar, and then below that we've got the stuff that you've hidden. But when you click on the ellipses, then they're going to come into view. Now below that you've got some items that you never ever want to see, so stuff that you just want to have permanently gone. And then finally at the bottom you've got like a holding section where items that need to be categorized into any of the first 3 rows are placed. Now moving stuff is easy. So I'm recording in ScreenFlow at the moment, and it can be handy to see the menu bar icon letting me know that I'm recording. So I'm going to drag that up, and now it's always there. You can see it in the main menu bar. Let's throw some more up here. And now when I click the ellipses, the number hidden is smaller. You can reorder how they appear, just drag and drop any of these into some new positions. And then don't forget about the always hidden one here. There's stuff that I'm just not going to want to see in order to be able to save my brain. Now you can use these spaces to add a visual space into the menu bar, and this can be good if you want to perhaps categorize different sections of the menu bar, especially if you've got a larger display like a studio display or something where you can make use of that real estate. And I should also point out that by default you can hover your mouse over an empty space in the menu bar and it will show the hidden menu bar below. Pretty cool. Now sometimes you may want to see a menu bar item when an action has been triggered, so it like pops up for a bit, lets you know something's happened, and then disappears once that trigger or action is complete. Now this Show for Updates section is where that happens, and there are 3 default ones here already to check out. They're all disabled because these toggles here are off, but I'll click Edit on the battery one. And the options here for when it shows are dependent on the battery level, so if you're on mains power and then switch to battery, then the icon will show. And that's useful if you've had like a power socket failure or a docking station has failed perhaps, you don't always realise that straight away. Now other options here are for when the battery reaches a certain level, so you can have a low level, a very low level, or you can use this slider to select your own custom percentage. Now Wi-Fi is similar. If you lose connection to the Wi-Fi network or the SSID that you're on, then enabling this one will show the airport icon in the menu bar. And then just flip these toggles here to enable them. Now you can of course add your own in here, so tap this massive plus button and choose any app here that has a menu bar icon, then the Create Show for Update trigger button. And this drop down here is going to give you 3 options, so if the icon has any change, then show the update. If the new icon looks different to the saved image only, then show the update, and then at the bottom you can actually type a script to whether the icon will appear or not. So for Keystroke Pro, I can see the image that is like the default one here. You can click here to determine if the menu bar icon will appear when it looks different to the saved one, or if it's the same. There will be use cases for that, I'm sure. And you can choose how long it shows for as well. You can also select that if the whole menu bar is hidden once it's been triggered, then show the whole bar. Now, if the item has any change, it's just a higher level version of the previous one. It doesn't care about the image that's saved. As soon as there is any change to that icon, then it's going to appear for, in this case, 15 seconds. Then running a script allows you to add a script as a trigger. So if the result of that script is true, then that is what is going to trigger the appearance of the icon. The only difference here is you can define how often that script should run. Now, like all good productivity apps, we've got global hotkeys in Bartender, and you should make use of these. I use the top one daily, and this, when pressed, simply shows the menu bar. Now, you may want to use show all menu bar items, which is a toggle for all of them, including the always hidden ones. Now, the quick search menu bar icon shortcut is really good. So often when I've installed a new app and I'm not quite sure what the menu bar icon looks like, I'd end up hovering my mouse over it until I see that little tooltip that tells me the app name. Well, with this shortcut, you can just key it, type in the name of a shortcut, and there it is. You can then press enter to open it. Now, if you do find yourself with a large menu bar, you can still navigate it with the keyboard. So I'll just show the full one here, then the shortcut to enable keyboard navigation, and now we can use the arrow keys to move along. Now, another great feature in version 4 of Bartender is the ability to create your own global shortcuts for individual apps. So click the Add Menu Bar item hotkey in the bottom right, select your app, and then select your shortcut. To the right in this drop-down, you can choose whether that shortcut is going to simulate a left click, a right click, or a left and right click with the Option key. So I'll key in the shortcut, and there are the menu bar options for Lasso. Now, I do use this for applications like Keyboard Maestro and Devonthink that have really good menu bar options. And finally, there are some general settings that you may want to look at. Now, launching at login is important because once you're used to having it running, you're certainly going to notice when it isn't. And we can see here that just hovering the mouse into the menu bar will show your hidden items, but that may be frustrating sometimes when you're just accidentally brushing your cursor over there and then the bar appears. So I actually have this turned off. Now, if it's on, you can change what that delay timer is for how long that bar takes to appear. The auto hide option is here, and this ensures that when items appear, because it's been activated, then they will hide again. And you can also change the bartender icon here. You could go for something minimalist like the dot, or something really dapper like the bow tie there. Now, Bartender is a quality app. I use it daily and I cannot recommend it enough. For more apps that I recommend, tip videos on how to solve problems with Mac and iOS, please like and subscribe, and stay safe, and I'll see you next time.